Yo, yo.
Yo, Kyle Hester.
The very same.
Hell yeah. Kyle Hester, actor and filmmaker and producer in Hollywood. Originally from New Orleans, correct?
That is correct.
Cool, cool.
That is correct.
How did you make the transition from New Orleans to Hollywood?
Oh man, well the New Orleans thing was I was a kid there, so basically, I got out of Louisiana when I was like 7.
Okay.
So, then I went everywhere in the world and ended up in California basically right out of high school.
Nice.
So, yeah, the adventure continues.
I saw you grew up. You must have been the coolest kid in the world. You had a pro football player for a father.
Yeah, you know what? He was a very liked man, and it was great to hear all the stories, how he would light up a room, and also he was kind of a maniac on the football field. So,
Nice.
So yeah, man, it was cool.
Yeah. And so did you ever pursue football yourself, or were you like, that shit ain't for me?
No, you know what? I never had the size. I was like a little guy. So I mean,
Yeah.
I played in junior high when I was like in the 7th and 8th grade, and I was on the 3rd string. So the coaches like let me play kind of because my dad. I'm sure that's the reason. I saw people get cut that were better than I was, and I was like, okay, I don't know why I'm still on the team. So but all right, I'll keep doing my best.
Nice. Oh, that's great. There were probably so many kids like, oh my God, I can't believe I've cut this goddamn Kyle Hester. He's a problem.
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh man, that's great though. But you've done a ton of awesome shit, and I don't know, like I am just so affixed and so obsessed with the fact that you built sets on Team America, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, man, that was we did the 3rd scale sets for Team America, so it was like everything was like I think so like if something's 6 feet, then it's like you build it at 2 feet, for the size of the puppets. So basically, yeah, we built Paris and the New York set, and all where they ran the jeeps through the pyramids in Egypt, and so we did the whole landscape, all that stuff we made. It was
Nice.
It was crazy.
That's cool. Did you work directly with Matt and Trey? Like, were they there, like overseeing everything?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that when you're dealing with multi-bazillion-dollar movies like that, the directors will get like pictures and that kind of stuff. I think I may have seen them maybe twice in the whole situation. So
Wow, because I figured they'd be the guys that wanted to like
in.
oversee it. I don't know, like I kind of want to like just be there and make sure it was.
Oh,
all...
I agree. I'm the same way. I would have been like, oh yeah, let's go check and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And meet the guys.
But people work in different ways, I guess.
Yeah, I know, and they've been on the DL at some points too for some of the controversies they've had. So that's awesome though to have been attached to that. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. And what can you tell us about the film you're currently working on, Preacher 6? Because it looks awesome.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we're in post production right now on Preacher 6, and it's like we're bringing in some Mike Bybee from Long Play Games is going to be doing the VFX on it. So totally stoked to have him coming on. So I would definitely check out his stuff at Long Play Games. He's got some cool indie games, and I'm really excited to kind of start putting out like what he's going to be working on, because Preacher 6 is a pretty effects-heavy film for an indie.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and it had a lot, so I didn't know. I figured it was like that way the whole way through.
Yeah, there's it's not like that the whole way through, but like when it is like that, it's like that a lot.
Cool.
So if I can speak kind of like simply about it, but yeah, it's cool. I mean, when you have to kill demons, and demons can kind of like shape shift and do different things, it's like you got to bring on the big boys.
Is this like a preacher? He's just had enough. He's had enough, and he's got to take down these demons. Like that's what the vibe I kind of got from it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Tarantino vibe, where basically a small town preacher goes to the big city and ends up kind of like fighting evil and demons in a literal sense. And there's some other kind of backstory to who Preacher 6 is, and that is revealed in the film. But it's a lot of fun with some drama and action and all kinds of stuff. I mean, if check it out, we have an Indiegogo going right now. You can see the trailer for Preacher 6 on YouTube and also on Indiegogo right now. We're trying to raise money to get this sucker finished.
Cool. I got super excited out of my mind when I saw David Banks involved in it, because we've had him on the show two or three times over the years. He is such a cool dude.
David Banks is one of my favorite people. I love that guy.
That's awesome.
He's one of the guys that like we will use and work with David in anything that we can do. So awesome. Yeah, I love that guy. He's hilarious. We met in an acting class, a million years ago, like at Bobby Chance's class here in LA, and so yeah, known him for a while, and yep, he's a killer guy.
What a cool encounter though! What a great connection to have made. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. It's a small world, man. Like if you've been in the business long enough, then you begin to see the same people. Like the people that like kind of stick around and have been in it for a while, because there's a big churn of people that like come and try it for a little bit and it doesn't work out and then they do something else. But it's like if you are in it, as like an adult male or an adult woman, that's kind of gone through the like, I'm a model and I look awesome and I will book based on my looks. And once you get past that point, and you're still in the game, the game gets smaller. So
I saw too, you got Billy from Gremlins. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I met him on I was actually an extra on Waxworks 2, where he was playing the lead in that. And so that was the first time I saw him. I never like introduced myself or anything to him, but then we ended up being in a movie together called The Chair with Rowdy Piper. And
cool.
And that was awesome. So that's where I actually got to like meet and work with him. So I was like, oh, cool. Well, I gotta bring him on my film.
That's cool.
Did you have interactions with Rowdy Piper?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a small cast. If you like horror, it's pretty intense. But definitely watch it. It's on Amazon and on Tubi. You can stream it on there for free.
Cool.
But yeah, he gave an awesome performance, and we were all on a very small set for all the days that we were there.
Because what was the movie he did in the 80s? I think it was called They Live.
They Live,
and,
yeah.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Now I have to see The Chair, because I love Rod, and I loved him as a wrestler. I always loved him as a heel. He was always one of my favorites.
And he's like one of the nicest guys that you will know. He's
I always heard
so
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Just to everybody. Super good guy.
Cool. That's fucking awesome, man. That's great. What? So do you have a release date for Preacher 6?
No, we do not. It's going to be basically, we see how these campaigns go. Got to raise money. Got to grind out the VFX and then take it from there to the music and color grading and all the processes of finishing a film. So we're just gonna keep grinding at it and get it done. So hopefully we'll have it out this year.
Cool.
So that is the goal.
Has the pandemic hindered it at all?
The pandemic threw everything up in the air. So yeah, it's like basically the indie film industry got put inside of a can, a coffee can of coins, and then rattled around, and it's like, oh shit, what the hell just happened, and how are we going to survive this and go forward, and and are the people that were filmmakers before this happened, are they still filmmakers? After this, are they going to be doing something else? So it's like, I'm just hoping to be one of the survivors and to keep on doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I know, like, people that have been doing pretty well in comedy that took jobs at, like, in retail just while this thing was going on because they couldn't get any other work.
Oh yeah. So it's like there's a lot of like, let's see how this all shakes out, and see how the dust settles.
Yeah,
but my intention is to keep going.
Cool. Spoiler, all the people that used to direct films are now podcasters.
Yeah, totally. A lot of people that I know have like started podcasts and stuff. I mean, and you got it. Well, creatives are going to always find a way to be creative. So I think that's awesome.
Who was it? Spencer
Garrett?
Spencer Garrett, yeah, he did that show. It was all on Zoom. He did Quarantine. Yep. That was a pretty cool thing. So there are some like things out there that you could do.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I mean, we'll just see. Like I'm in the Screen Actors Guild, and as far as like making a SAG movie, with all of the COVID rules and whatnot that they have installed, like you have to bring on like a whole crew that was just for that, so it pretty much made making a low budget film impossible. With all the protocols and whatnot. So I'm hoping that at least maybe in California, everybody gets herd immunity and things are able to kind of just be like it was. Otherwise it's like, what are you going to do? You got to raise an extra $100,000 just for, the COVID, crew, something like that. And so it's crazy.
What has been one of your favorite moments so far of the film, either on or off camera?
Oh man, that's a good question. Being the producer, it's like I had so many different hats on, like all the time. So I think my favorite moment was the wrap party. Like the completion of it with everybody getting together and having some drinks. And this is when you could all get together and not wear masks and drink some meat and dance around a fire. So that was the completion is the thing. But there was so many talented people in the film and a lot of great moments. And I got to work, Carmen Argenziano, who was a friend of mine before. He was so great in it. So it was wonderful to be able to work with him before he passed. So it was, just so many moments.
Cool. Yeah, no, it must be just cool to just kick back and chill with those guys after doing that project.
Definitely, and many more coming up, I hope.
Nice. And Kyle, in all your career, what's one of the craziest things you've ever seen go down in production of a film?
God, one of the craziest things. Well, let's see. I was working on Wipeout as the art department lead on the Wipeout show. This was years ago.
You did that. I love that show.
And and you know what? It's like they have their medical staff there is like incredible because some people take some pretty good licks on it. So I think I saw like 3 ambulances in one day on that show. So because of it was a particular thing that like people were just getting creamed by. So, but so that would be the craziest thing I think was like, oh wow, look at that, people fucking going down, so that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild show. I don't even know if it's still on, but it was.
What was that on? I don't know if.
I think it was on Fox.
Okay. And what was it? Just people like?
It's been on a bunch of different networks.
What was it?
It's actually coming on again.
Okay.
Wow. There was some like new some new hosts for it coming on now, but yeah.
Almost like
it's making a comeback.
Yeah, one of those like Japanese style, like where extreme, like almost like an American Ninja Warrior, where you're doing the crazy things, the wacky stuff, and yeah, you could definitely eat some shit doing that.
I just assumed it was a show about surfing.
No, you're wrong, Slim.
Oh no, yeah. It's basically like you have like hurling, big giant steel covered in foam. Things flying at you while you're trying to run and not, hit the water. It's one of those obstacle courses of death.
I was wondering if the foam makes the steel less hurty. I don't know. Like, does that buffer the steel underneath?
Yeah, it's foam. It's foam. So it's but it's not soft. It whacks you.
Yeah, man. And I wanted to ask too, what advice would you give to somebody just starting out in acting, Kyle?
Just starting out in acting?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would say this is a very interesting time to get into it. But I would say get on sets, get on anything that you can do. It's like follow, get on the Craigslist things, get on Actors Access, see if you can audition for some things, and just get that experience because things will get back to normal.
Yeah.
But if you can get in there and get your foot in some doors, then I would definitely just keep going and learn the craft, Yeah,
how important, I know you mentioned earlier, you mentioned class, like an acting class. How important is that, do you feel?
I think it's really important because it's like if you want to have a career, then it's good to be good at what you do, so if you just want to kind of do little things, land a few commercials, you can get by on, just kind of like talent and, ability and personality. But in order to actually be an actor, then I would say definitely get into some classes and get some depth and learn how to act.
Cool. That's what. How did you go too? Like, was it a big jump from acting to producing?
Man, I had done like basically, as we've been talking about, just about everything on a set. So it was like having already done, the set construction and the working as a grip and, doing PA work. And so all the stuff like in and around film throughout the years, it's like I kind of knew, how it all worked and how to make a movie and how to solve problems, on sets. Which is why it's important for people to get on sets whenever you can, so that you're familiar with stuff.
No, at all. Yeah.
So like it was just kind of like when I was asked to, because I went onto the chair as an actor, and then I ended up producing it, just because the creator eventually asked me if I wanted to produce it, just because I knew all the answers that he was asking me. Can you do this? These people, all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like all of my past experience led to that moment of, do you want to produce this? And I was like, okay, yes, let's do this.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And have the restrictions been lightening at all with the pandemic, or are they about the same?
I think like they're just now loosening up. Because I think like 52% of California has been vaccinated. So like I think California has some of the lowest numbers in the country now as far as, actual like people passing away from COVID.
Yeah.
So which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just now the wheels are starting to turn on opening things up. I think that the mask mandate is going to be lifted on June 15th. So we're kind of in the middle of seeing how this is all going to shake out and see who's left and see who has moved on.
Yeah, I would love it. I got vaccinated last week. Slim is still being a little girl and not getting his.
I'll get it eventually. I'm holding off.
You know what? I tell you what. I got it too. I got my second shot on the 22nd. So my wife and I are both like fully vaccinated.
Cool.
And which is like it's a big kind of weight off. I mean, I think that we both had it way back in the beginning.
Same.
Like last March.
We did. We had it like before they even said it was around. I think it was like
November of 20
or December of
when it was first like around, so
before
2019, right?
They said it was around. So like yeah, around 2019, like the end of 2019, we all had it. I had friends that went to like ERs or doctors and just were diagnosed with a mysterious respiratory issue.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. I mean, it's like, and so we just kind of assumed that we had it, and like we started instantly. I mean, I couldn't walk, fucking up the block. It was like it was that debilitating where it's like it's exhausting just to do anything. And like we're runners, and we run half marathons, stuff like that, and we're talking walking up the street was like I got to turn around. It was crazy.
I couldn't hold myself up in the bathroom. Like I walked from my room to the bathroom to try to get ready for work that day, and I'm like, I can't even stand up. I called right out the first day. It knocks you on your ass.
Yeah, for sure. So chances are, I mean, we already had the antibodies, so if you've already had it, then you probably have the antibodies anyway. But but I think that it's and the thing is, it's like you look at the numbers now. So if half of the people that are that have gotten the vaccine in America, let's just assume it's half the people, then that means that the people that are getting sick and dying right now are the other half of the people that haven't gotten the shot, or that haven't already had it.
And so it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see somebody go that long and then still get it. It's like, man, like that's right. It's still definitely an issue if people are still getting it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like there's this app where you can like look at all the numbers on all the states in the world and kind of where it's at and stuff like that. And it's I don't know, man. What a crazy time to be alive,
right?
This is fucking nuts.
Yes, it really is. Really is. I don't even know. Know, man. I never thought I'd see anything like this.
I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I mean, you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's like the information is out there. So it's like everybody's going to do what they want to do. But it's just like, man, wow. Well, like we're all still here. We're all like figuring out how to get through this insanity and, and to live the rest of our life beyond this. Yeah. Like America is going to become its own little bubble. You look at India right now and it's like people are, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I love indie film.
So do we. Long live indie film.
Right, no doubt, man.
Do you have any upcoming projects you could tell us about too, Kyle, or is that all unknown at the moment?
It is unknown. It's unknown, unknowable. I mean, yes, we will be doing another film after this. It's just gonna. I don't know which one. It's gonna depend upon like what the protocol is. What the rules are with SAG. All that kind of stuff. That like what is possible.
Yeah.
And then so we'll go from there. So, but yes, we will absolutely go on. But right now, the priority is just to get Preacher 6 finished and out.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us, man. It's been a blast.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me on. My pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, definitely have to do it again sometime. And where can everybody find you, and where can everybody find Preacher 6?
You can find Preacher 6 at Preacher 6 on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter as well at Kyle D. Hester. And go check out those trailers on YouTube. Just look up Preacher 6, and you'll see all the videos and whatnot.
Awesome, man. Have a good one, brother.
Thank you, man. You too.
Thank you.